growing up without a family. The road could be steeper, darker, full, maybe, possibly full of unpleasant surprises. But you still gotta make it happen. You can still make it happen. And video inspired by life. Whether I read something on sit on my Facebook or run into a dumbass in real life, or see, just a sad news story on YouTube. It's possible. I may have to move the Sally sketch here, but we'll see. You know what? When people tell me, "Oh, you draw so nice, it's amazing," I wish I could draw like that. And they only see this. Oh my goodness, you were in Australia? I wish I could have gone. I wish I could have been there. Oh my goodness, you're a Marine? Oh, that's pretty awesome, man. The funny thing is, I'll say that the Air Force life is easier than the Marine Corps life. And there are people that find the Air Force life difficult. But with my warm and fuzzy background, the Marine Corps wasn't so bad. And somebody could say, "Oh, well, you can't critique your family, You only got one mom, one dad." And I wonder, all the junkies, drunks, the people that committed suicide, the people who have filled the prisons, the people sitting on death row right now, if they could give their mom or dad Father of the Year, Mother of the Year. And this is a touchy subject, because a lot of people will say, "Well, no, man, you can't be saying that, man." And to me, that's why they'll remain anonymous. But I'm calculating just my hardships. And when I overcome something, they can, most people wouldn't have to go over such a silly, little, imaginary, huge thing. But then I could also, I could spin my wheels and be like, "Oh, well, what if this, what if that?" And who knows, maybe I would have been a fucking leftist, liberal cuck had I grown up warm and fuzzy. I think the candle flame will be into this size here. But I'll say that what I call family, and some people could call them friends, but my friends that fall into what I call family, they're not blood related. But the one good thing about the people that were blood related to me, that showed me an ineffective way of reaching your potential, a weak way of thinking, an excuse-making ability and acceptance of them, that they taught me the way of, I'm trying to think, I'm trying to take the glass out. So I take this glass out, just leave a candle on there. But where the hell was I at? Because what I've learned, you can learn from someone who is effective with their day. Someone who wakes up at 4:30 and says, "All right, get up, take a shit, brush my grill, make it happen, do this, do that, do this. All right, 15-minute power nap. All right, let's get after it. Oh, it's fucking snowing. Oh, it's okay, let's get after it. Oh man, it's fucking raining. Okay, it's cool, let's get after it. Oh, it's a fucking blizzard. Don't worry, we can still get after it. Oh, tornado, hurricane, earthquake. Good. Inconvenience. Let's get after it." And then there'll be people that will say, "Oh, let me sleep until 10:30." And I've seen people literally wake up at 10:30, 11:30, noon, 1, and say, "Yeah, I'm so tired. I think I'm gonna be late." And I'm thinking, and that's a bit disappointing, because I think of some of the amazing people I've met in poor areas of the world that don't make an excuse. 5 a.m. and drinking tap water, which smells like sewer water, and they get after it and they make it happen. Versus someone else who's like, "Yeah, well, I was busy playing video games, just saying on the phone." Yeah, my God, is this the iPhone 27? Is the iPhone 28 gonna come out? I need it. And a lot of the things that I've done in life, accomplished, overcome, opportunities I've taken advantage of, I did them out of my thirst of what if. What is that? How does that work? And on some of these choices, I do think that I would have had a simpler time. Simpler? Easier time. It probably would have been easier because I would have had simple thoughts, less ego. But I'm trying to think of this cooking show. And I'm gonna bring it up again. The name of this cowboy cook who I think his dad told him, do something that you like, do your best at it, and become the best at that. And I thought, man, there's one gem that I have here written on my wall. Got it from some magazine. But had I had some sort of mentor, role model, or blood relative to simply write this as a standard over and over and to just study it, I probably should have put the candle last. We'll see. I didn't think about it. Put the arm over here. As cliche goes, once you quit one thing, then you can quit something else. I'm pretty sure pretty soon you'll get good at being a quitter. And as I was doing this and that, I was like, you know what, I could do this. You know what, let me focus more time on that. Let me try to be cool with this person and be liked more. And then I was shaking that feeling off of being liked more, because I remember just growing up with that. You need to, it's not good enough that your clothes are washed and dry. It's not good enough. You've got to be name brand, and you got to say, hey, how's it going? Hey, how are you doing? Hey, how's it going? Good, how are you? Hey, how's it going? And I wonder if Sally would be I should be like this with their hands like that. And I've lost my train of thought here. And again, okay, everything, I should have said this earlier. I wouldn't want people to think that, oh no, it's their fault. It's mama's fault. It's papa's fault. Grandma's fault. Grandpa's fault. My teacher's fault. The babysitter's fault. My first grade teacher's fault. Didn't show me this or whatever. No. Everything that's led up to this moment right here, I did it. I made the choice. And here I am. But I believe I'll go again with the belief system that what if someone was what if you were given a lecture on space or on the moon, and whatever, you put a rocket up there, you went up there, you were an astronaut, you brought back a sample, pictures, and took some selfies up there, and you come back and do your presentation, and someone with a straight face and all seriousness with passion said, so what did the moon taste like? What kind of cheese? Did it taste like white cheese, Swiss cheese, or Parmesan? And you're like, what the fuck? Who the fuck said that the moon was made out of cheese? Well, you know what? The way that I was brought up, the moon was made out of cheese. And the person was never thought to question that, because you gotta respect your elders. And again, you can go to any prison in the world, just about any prison in the world, especially here in America. And I'm pretty sure you'll find someone 70 or 80 years old who's probably decapitated some child, a mother, a father, a son, or a daughter. Probably fucking stretched their butthole with a knife, set them on fire, laughed, went to the fridge and had a bologna sandwich. It's possible. But, you gotta respect them, because you gotta respect your elders. Alright, man. And no, I'm not here to what's the new lingo? Throw shade at my bloodline, or coming for a pity party. No, I'm here to say that, look, I've had it rough. We've all had it rough, and it's a choice. It's a choice now to keep going forward and make it happen, man. You don't know how much I do want to hug strangers at times that are busy getting after it, working one job, 2 jobs, 3 jobs, not because they need the money, but because they realized that they can, because they realized that they could do more, be industrious. Why not? They don't need weekends off, they just need to make it happen. I think Sally's eyes would be sort of open. They'd be right here. I forget where I was at now. And it bugs me just seeing people get neutered mentally. sterilized mentally. And they believe that, could you imagine an eagle that is born, and an eagle that's raised by a chicken and a rooster, or raised by two dodo birds. They're extinct, right? I think they are. Or raised by, what are the birds? By two pigeons. An eagle raised by two pigeons. Yeah, it's a good one. Two pigeons. Not even ducks, pigeons. And this eagle was born some way, somehow. These pigeons come across, whatever. They adopt, they take care of it, or whatever, right? And as the eagle soars higher, higher, and higher, Timmy the eagle, the parents are the pigeons, mama pigeon and daddy pigeon. They can't fly so high, so when the eagle comes down, Timmy, they're like, Timmy, or it could be Susie, who knows, or whatever the fuck. Timmy, don't go up so high. You could get lost up there. The moon made out of cheese would probably melt on you and hit your wings, and you could probably go spiraling down and face your death. Oh, really? Okay, I'll fly lower. Alright, next thing you know, the eagle's trying to zero in on a squirrel or rat to pick it up, or a lamb to pick it up, baby lamb. To pick it up because it feels strong as it's picking up prey. Started with mice, now a mouse, then a rat, then a raccoon. It feels like it goes get something bigger. And the pigeons tell it, well, you know what? You could get hurt. You could injure your back. It's not gonna look so good for the neighbors. Maybe it's not possible. Maybe that lamb is too heavy. And so what? So now the eagle flies lower, doesn't get a feast, and yeah, just stay here and eat breadcrumbs. That if the humans throw some away in that dumpster, they're go in there dumpster diving and just eat. We'll eat that way. That's what I'm talking about. That's what Mama Pigeon says. That's what Daddy Pigeon says. And eventually, you got a pigeon in an eagle's body. I know. So there's gonna be some motherfucker out there that's gonna say, "Well, you know what, man? Yeah, that's why you're a punk, man. That's why you're a little weenie, and you grew up all fucked up, man. Not like me. I'm a superstar. That's what my mama says. My daddy called me a princess, and I know I am because that's what he says." And then I think, you know what? You're probably that fucking dumb bastard that I'm trying to think of this one bastard who told me, because he thought I was balling out of control, and he told me, it's easy for you to say this and that because you've got the money. And I thought, what the fuck? What the fuck? And some will say, yeah, I had Mom of the Year, Dad of the Year, and I think, so you're living in the house that you wanted. As a kid, that you imagined the job that you wanted, the countries you wanted to visit, the things you wanted to do. You've been there, done that. Took a picture, bought the souvenirs, bought what's it called? A timeshare there. You had a margarita. You got drunk at the famous bar, and you made this and that happen, and yeah, you know it all now. I'm trying to think about the amount of people that I know. You know, a decent amount. And it's only a handful. A handful that I look at, and I think, wow, there's a man, there's a woman, there's an example of excellence. Let me tell you now, one of my mentors, man, your son can be anything that they want. Can become whoever he wants. You know, and if he wants to set his goals pretty low, he could even become president of the United States. But I know that that's possible because of, well, you and your wife, just amazing people, man. And I think a lot of people will say, oh no, that's to everybody. All right. Remember, America has a national divorce rate average of over 50%. Last I checked, America's number one in cocaine consumption. Number one. At one point, I don't know if we still are, but we were producing more than half of the world's garbage. We're not half the world's population. And how, I won't even say how destructive we are, because the planet will still stick around. You know, it's been hit by a fucking meteor, as George Carlin would put it, and it's still standing. But how much do we consume? How much do we think we need? I want more. How much do we consume, use, and fuck up that we're like, no, I need to have another television. No, it's a bigger one. No, I need to have this, I need to have that. For us to be producing so much garbage, man. I know, it's not you. It's just me and the scumbags that I know. It's not you. You're living off the land. You're survivor, man. You're ultra survivor, man. You know, living off of the land and honorable and no excuses. You wake up, do 1,000 burpees and sit-ups and push-ups and pull-ups. Yeah, I know. And now I'm thinking of Dan Peña's quote of man's greatest burden is his potential to fulfill. And And he's even pointed out that he himself has never reached his full potential. Steve Jobs never did reach his full potential. Bill Gates didn't, or Zuckerberg. There's still always more in the gas tank. I believe it. Well, man, well, why aren't you a millionaire, billionaire by now? You know, there have been times mostly when I was with my brotherhood, in which you woke up and you made it happen. You dug deep. You dug deep first. And then when you were done with that, then you followed orders and dug deeper. Then you really started digging deeper within yourself. And I believe that you didn't do extraordinary things in there, but instead, your old way of thinking, well, for me, my old way of thinking, which was conditioned by lame fucks, was destroyed, crushed, tested, rearranged. And I know a lot of people don't want to say that. Well, you know what? I don't know what kind of excuse they make. Well, you know, they did their best. Well, how could they have known? You know, and to me, when I hear that, I just hear an excuse of, oh, well, it's only a life. It's only your life. Well, get over it. I am, but I think of the actually I've forgotten them. I'll think of the last kid that I saw and put me and depressed me for a while, for at least for that day. And I get into a depressive mode when I think of the kid because it's not my kid. I'm not related to that motherfucker. I'm gonna lose any sleep over it. But the fact that such an existent is around in America and in this millennium, it's pretty disappointing. And just seeing, I've seen parents be more concerned about, oh my goodness, we gotta twerk, we gotta look pretty, we gotta buy name brand this, name brand that, instead of thinking, you know what, does my son have enough money for, my son or daughter have enough money for their uniforms, for school uniforms, for their football uniforms, soccer uniforms, enough money for cello lessons, piano lessons, ballet lessons, lessons of things that they want to do. And I've seen the kids' potential, their hunger, be like, oh, you know what, we'll just do that next time. Oh, look, just get the app. Just get this app and look at that. Oh, you don't want to do that. Then we gotta go get in traffic. We need to give up this. And the kids learn to talk like that. and the kid is reasoned, believes in the reasoning of, well, it's my mama, it's my papa, it's my step parent, it's my grandma, my grandfather, it's the adult, it's the teacher who's saying this, so obviously it's true. And you know what? They're right. Let me just drown this dream right here and kill it. Let me take it behind the barn here. Let me take it behind Chuck E. Cheese and shoot it in the head a couple times. Stupid dream. Don't you know? And I like this one more than this one. We'll see. Again, I'm not blaming anyone for me being right here, but I am acknowledging the bonus headaches that I had, the bonus worry, the bonus doubt, the bonus challenges that I had to get here, and the current unfucking of myself to keep getting after it. And it's listening to people speak the obvious, what I call the obvious, like Jocko Willink and Dr. Jordan Peterson, Dan Pena, that I keep getting after it. And if you're a motherfucker out there, dude or a chick, and you're going through your hardship, I'm telling you, go forward, motherfucker. No one's gonna rescue you. Nobody. Nobody gives a fuck about your life as much as you will or can. Somebody say, well, then I should quit. No, you fucking moron. You keep going after it, man. And the memory's about to be full, so we'll see when it stops. An excuse is like a fart. No one wants to hear it or smell it. Motherfuckers. Get after it. No excuses. Make it happen. Go forward.